All right. Now we're doing freeCodeCamp, JavaScript algorithms and data structures, functional programming, sort an array alphabetically using the sort method. All right. So the sort method sorts the elements of an array according to the callback function. Pardon me. For example, we've got this function ascending order, which takes r as an argument, and we're going to return r.sort, and then we'll do this function, this callback function inside of it, where it's got a and b as the arguments, and then we're going to return a minus b. Now, you might be asking yourself, what's that got to do with sorting anything? Well, let me tell you. All right, you see it's going to give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And we can even bring this over here and prove it. All right, we can, why not? Why not? You know? Let's wrap this thing up in parentheses thusly and say console.log, console.log, all right? So you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, the thing about it is A and B is like this. So A is going to be the first thing compared and B is going to be the second thing. So right here, A is 1, B is 5. When 1 minus 5, when it says 1 minus 5, it gives us a negative number, right? So that means it's not going to switch. The thing about the sort function is if the little function in the sort method is if the callback function gives us 0 or negative, it doesn't do anything. But if it gives us a positive number, it switches. So you see right here, it's going to, at some point it'll do 5, it'll compare 5 and 2, and 5 minus 2 is 3. So these two will switch, as you can see, because it'll keep going until 5's at the back. Now, we're not going to go into exactly how it does it. It's, I wouldn't say complicated, but it's not worth knowing at the moment. But that is basically what's going on. So if we come down here and look at this one, function reverse alpha r, we'll see return r.sort, and then we'll do function a comma b as the arguments. And then we'll say, well, we have to do it like this because it's actually letters. We have to do if a equals b, we'll return 0. If a is less than b, we'll return 1. And we're doing it reverse alphabetical order, right? So it does 1. So if a is less than b, which that would usually, in this case, it would make it a negative. But in this case, it's going to make it a positive, right? It's because we're making it equal 1. And if not, it's going to equal negative 1, okay? So it'll go ZSLHB. But the thing about this is if it was just in regular alphabetical order, we could just do sort without anything in it, and it would do it just fine, right? I'll show you all that stuff in just a little bit. All right, so let's come over here and read the rest of it. So JavaScript's default sorting method is by string Unicode point value, which may return unexpected results, especially when it's numbers, because if it was 100 and a 10,000 and a million and then 5, all those ones, all those things that started with 1 would come in before 5, just like the A and arithmetic would come over B and beekeeper, right? So let's come over here and read the rest of it. So therefore, it's encouraged to provide a callback function to specify how to sort the array items. When such a callback function, normally called a compare function, is supplied, the array elements are sorted according to the return value of the compare function. If compare function a comma b returns a value less than 0 for two elements, and for two elements a and b, then a will come before b. Basically, it's just saying it's not going to change. If compare function a b returns a value greater than 0 for two elements, then a and b switch. All right, b will come before a. And then if compare function a b returns a value equal to 0, they don't do anything also. So like I said, if it's 0 or less, it doesn't do anything. And if it's greater than 0, if it's positive, it switches, all right? So now we're going to use the sort method in the alphabetical order function to sort the elements of R in alphabetical order. The function should return the sorted array, all right? So we're going to come up here, and I mean, look, check it out. Let me wrap this in parentheses and put console.log in front of it. Just to start, let's say console.log, because this is really anticlimactic. So you see this, and all we have to do, honestly, is just say .sort like that, and you see now it's in alphabetical order. It was like this, where A, D, C, A, Z, G, and now it's like this, you know, A, C, D, G, Z, okay? And that's how it usually is. But like it said over here, we want to put the callback function in just in case somebody puts something screwy in there, right? And because we have to always imagine somebody's going to put something crazy in there. So, and also returning r.sort, that's not the functional programming way anyway. So what we're going to do here is we're going to say let sorted equal, and then we'll say r.sort. And for the callback function, we'll do this, but we're not going to do it like this. We're going to do it ES6 style. We'll say inside of these parentheses, A comma B, and then we'll have the arrow, and then we'll say if A equals B, we'll return 0, all right? If A is less than B, if A is greater than B, because we're doing it the opposite way of this. If A is greater than B, we'll return 1. Else we'll return -1, all right? And then we're going to return sorted, all right? And you see right here, just like that. Let me show you what would happen if we would do the number style, this number style right here. If we do A minus B, it'll do nothing, okay? So when it's when there's letters involved, we want to do it this long way, or if you just don't feel like doing it, just leave it blank, whatever you want to do, honestly. But if you want to look professional, this is the way to do it, right? So now that we've got that done, let's check the code. Looks good, and submit it. All right. Now we're on to return a sorted array without changing the original array, and we'll see you next time.